Alright guys, what's up? It's time for another Nades for Noobs. This time on Mirage. Now, I was almost not even going to make this one in the beginning because I feel like this is the map that most people show Nades tricks on, right? So I'm going to go through A, I'm going to go through mid, I'm going to go through B and talk about some of the simple nades you should know. I'm going to throw a couple bonus nades in there because, you know, I like to do that. And yeah, so we'll get started with A. And then keep in mind, guys, for my nades, I use View Model Preset POS 3. So that's classic view model. You could change that also just by going into your help options, game settings, and I use classic. Also, you're going to want to set a jump bind. I use N and I bind it to minus attack. And then so you do something like this, bind N minus attack. And then you're going to want to hit N and spacebar when you want to throw a jump throw. You have to hit them at the same time, otherwise the jump throw won't work. Alright? So for starters, right out of spawn to show you, this is I have two CT spawn smokes, both are jump throws. So just try to learn, you know, one or the other, whichever one you like more. This one's a little farther away. You see this the little corner right here where the two little textures meet, right on the corner. Just gonna hit your jump throw. And that's gonna be a CT spawn smoke. Now, this one lands a little bit more shallow. So this is more if you know, they won't be able to see over this one too good, but they can one-way over it. So this is one I like to throw in pistol rounds when I know that I want the guy to jump up right here and I'm going to actually come out pre-firing that spot, right? A deeper one to throw if you want it to go all the way in spawn is you come right here. And what I like to do is I just come and see this black line right here. You'll start to find it really fast. In the middle of the black line, you can go on a little right or a little left. It doesn't really matter. And you throw this smoke, and this one will go deeper, but there is a caveat to this smoke. So that will happen from time to time, and I'm glad it did. And the reason I want to show you that is because this one way will happen. So it will protect you over here, but there's a chance, and circa Kerrigan auto-sniped like 4 of us from CT spawn when you throw it that way. So what you try to do when you throw this smoke is I will aim kind of in the center of it and a little down on the black. And normally that makes it not land. It seems to kick a little bit differently. So I just wanted to show you guys there is a way to mess it up. Now, when you throw the smoke like this, there's still a little bit of a one-way down here occasionally. It kind of peeks through. So a lot of times, like, you just got to still be careful with your plant and just, you know, throwing a perfect CT spawn smoke. If you guys have one in the comments, maybe I should have found the God Smoke in. I think the God Smoke is one that kind of trickles like this, but if you don't throw it far enough, it still kind of has this gap. And the key is you really want to stop this guy from having the clear vision from standing up here. So even that one kind of gives him a little one-way. Alright? Next up, the jungle and stairs smoke. So the stairs smoke, if you want to know, the normal one is just like this. Come right here. Right in the opening right here, you'll kind of start to find it. It's not a particular height. Like, obviously, you don't go too high. Just like right up the lowest kind of point you could throw. I think if you throw it too high, it probably won't work. But we'll see. Okay, so it still did work. I haven't thrown like that in a while. So, anywhere right here, flush with this wall right above, and that smoke will land stairs. If you want to throw a faster one, there's kind of a bonus smoke I have down here. It's kind of hard to throw when you're in the open, but I throw it when this ramp is smoked. And right above the one up here, I make it so the one is fully darked out. You see this little like line? I fully cover it. Little texture. And throw smoke like that. It's a fast on-the-fly smoke. It's dangerous to throw, but you can throw it behind the smoke. Anyways, that's my bonus for A. Now, so you got the stairs smoke down, and then the best jungle smoke, or I call this one bottom stairs, because I believe when you say jungle smoke, this is a jungle smoke. But some people like to call this one a jungle smoke, so I like to call this one bottom stairs smoke. You know, for the sake of technicality, but you can call it jungle and pugs, right? So we'll say bottom stairs smoke. I come off from the center here, right? I center myself on this middle pillar. Come off the tip of this, a little to the left, and throw it right there. I like this one because it doesn't leave a big gap. Sometimes smokes on the left leave a big gap right here. So this one covers nicely the gap, and obviously you guys have to expect them to come through the backside on this smoke. So anytime you throw this smoke, guys, pro teams a lot of times will even throw this Molotov when they're running up, just because they know it's so common for CTs to try to kind of use the fringe of this smoke to get a kill and then fall back. So always be aware of the fringe of that smoke, guys, alright? Now, bonus smoke for A, one I like to throw sometimes is mid-sight smoke. You just come here, take the wood, line it up with that. Come off the right side of this little wood. I kind of come up from this point right there. I throw this one. I like to throw this one on like certain rounds where we don't have a lot of smokes and we just want to get out. Like pistol round, it works too. And then like maybe have like a molly there. And then the other person like smokes this on pistol. I didn't want to talk through strats, but I like that strat sometimes because you smoke and molly that, and then everyone like pushes the stairs, or you smoke top connector if you know how, which I could show really fast, but this is ultra bonus. I didn't want to go through this many. Go on this little dot right here. Of course, I always do this, and then it's really weird to see, but right here next to the wood, I put my pin, the right side of my pin, on like a little bit of the shadow right here. You push it up a little like that. And then you throw it, and this is a little bonus connector smoke. Guys, I want you to just memorize the 3A smokes. So if you're a beginner or intermediate player watching this, please just know how to throw CT spawn, bottom stairs, and top stairs. Those will really help you in the pickup games, alright? In terms of mid, I'll show you a couple window smokes I know, but the key smoke to know is the top mid smoke. This one is important for defaults because you want to jump on the trash can, you want to aim right here. And this one's important because it makes it so when you take mid control, the snipers can't just hold you from the easy positions. And then, of course, they can still push up. So anytime you take mid with this smoke, guys, it's really powerful to like throw a flash behind you. You always want to do this with numbers, like 2 or 3 people. So it's really good to have like maybe a guy in the back throwing this flash, while the front guy is on the right and throws one like this. And you guys come out with that flash, because a lot of times the catwalk player will be peeking the gap of the smoke right here. So, top mid smoke is key. Window smoke, this is a 128 tick window smoke. If you want to practice it for 64 tick, I think you're going to aim a little lower. So 128 tick, I go here, top right of the window. I hit my jump bind, at the same time I hit W at the top right of that wood. Alright? So the way I find this spot in T-spawn is from this little stair step, and I go to this white thing right here. Alright? And the top right of the wood, hit W as you do your jump throw, just one tap of W and it should hit window. Come out top mid, these are the mid smokes I want you guys to know. So what is important for Mirage is taking catwalk and ladder room control, because if you have control here, it's like taking catwalk control on Dust 2 or car control on B. You know 2 guys are going to be passive in the site and passive A, and you have a good position to split the map. So, that being said, aside from the strategy, the smokes you want to know are the top connector and basic window smoke. Again, you want to re-smoke window when you get out mid. That's because you don't want to try to get up cat fast with that early window smoke, unless you're doing a B split where you have like 3 up cat, 2 B. But you generally don't want to use that smoke because it'll fade by the time you get to like this point usually if you throw the one from T-spawn. Easy window smoke is just back yourself against the back wall, center yourself on this like antenna, aim where the antenna meets the roof, and then when you hit this bump on the ground, just release. Very simple. This is a nice, reliable window smoke. You should all know how to throw that to re-smoke window from middle. Because when you take mid control, you want 2 or 3 people there, so one person should always have a smoke. Alright, top connector smoke, obviously you could smoke it from down here just by doing something like this, or down here just by doing something like this. But if you don't have a guy underpass, which I think the underpass one is the best, I want to show you connector smoke from top mid. So what I do, again, classic view model, is I duck here, and I put the edge of my pin right here in the pool, right behind the white. When I'm ducking. Stand up, throw, right? This smoke is going to kick off the wall. It should land center connector. Yep. So that's a good smoke to know, guys. Then if you have a guy underpass, but he didn't have a smoke, so you still throw the smoke, a really good flash to know, guys, is same corner you were standing in for that smoke, but aim at the brown tip right here. Throw that flash, and it's going to be a great flash for connector, because, oh, actually, I think I threw that wrong. Let me see. More on the very tip. There you go. Perfect. So that will blind a guy holding this angle, really crushes that peak, blinds a guy obviously holding out here. It will blind a guy holding up here. Won't blind a guy holding this tight, but obviously if the guy's in connector right here, it also won't blind him, but if he's just in the open, it will. So be aware if you do peek with this flash and you're down here, this guy should be blind, so be aware of the guy right side connector, like up here and there. That's where your crosshair placement should go, kind of like this. And then obviously if a guy gets blind, he's going to hide and re-strafe. So anyways, enough with the tactics, right? So it's a good flash to know. So know those 2 smokes. These are really good because if you take mid control, you throw these 2, you get up cat and ladder room, like I said. If you want to smoke off brick, you can. I think from top mid, I didn't even bother going over this one in my head. I think you go on this little dot right here on this line. You go of the left side of the E-box up to the roof, and I think should still work. I forget, guys, honestly. Okay, so I might have thrown that wrong because it might land on top. No. Okay, that works. You kind of have to mess with that smoke. That's a decent one, guys, for going up connector. But honestly, my protocol for going up connector and a lot of pros protocols is molly brick rather than smoke brick. Because if you smoke the brick, they can just come through it. And if you turn your backs to it and the smoke is here, the CTs love coming through the smokes and getting the kill here. So throwing this Molotov brick is much more powerful. Alright, B hall guys, I'm going to try to expedite this. There's not a lot of nades you need to know for B for pugs and solo queue, but there's a lot of nades you can throw. I'll show you 3 or 4 that I like. So this smoke right here is a good one for catwalk. You just stand in the corner and aim at the very corner of the roof. Don't go too far left, otherwise it won't work. It's a very kind of like precise little position. And see, like, right, I honestly love that I missed that because I need to go a little bit more to the right. And this is one of the only problems I have with my big crosshair. We'll go right at the corner. This might be it, or is that the same thing? Nope, same thing. Alright, editor, keep these in. Right off the corner. Let me see, let's just watch it from here. So I'm throwing it the same way. I don't know why it's happening.
A few moments later.
Maybe right off the corner. Let's try that. Maybe that's why. Okay, there it is. Whew! Okay, I thought it was right off the corner, and I practiced these before, but yeah, so right off the corner. Let me fast forward, get these out of here. That's so funny. So right off the corner. You really got to be on that corner. And this smoke is good because it blocks off catwalk completely. You should... That's hilarious. Alright, so this is a good one because if the guy's playing cat, he has to run back and check through the smoke. And it's really good because if you throw that while your teammate's up here ready to rush, they can flash out the windows like this. And I'm messing up nades today. Flash out the windows like this and get out windows. And as the smoke pops, you'll be out and kill this guy. And this guy's going to come through the smoke. So it's good timing like that. You guys get the point of these smokes. So I don't mind if you make fun of me a little in chat. Alright guys, mid-sight smoke. This one's just good for, like, especially if you're splitting B up catwalk. You come across this line until you're in the open. Then off this corner right here, while you're still on the ledge, you just kind of throw this smoke. This smoke goes center sight. And it's really powerful if you're coming up catwalk because they can't fight you from bench or back sight. So if your teammate's coming up cat, it's really powerful. It's also good if you couple it with, I think, the bench smoke, which I think is just like right here, right above the corner, right? Like this, you can throw it a little shallower. But this, you couple these two smokes, and when you come out upper B, you could actually take this route. And even if there's a guy hiding van, like you'll molly van or something, and you'll take this route, clear under, and then you can kind of wrap the sight like this. So that's a really good B hit you could do. I'm only doing this on the fly because I want you to learn the smokes more than necessarily strats, but those are a couple ideas for you. So you could throw those two smokes as well. You know, it's just kind of up here. You could, it's pretty finicky. I think you might even be able to aim lower. No, just right there. Yep. Messed too much smokes up today. You guys get the picture. I love keeping this kind of like somewhat raw so that you guys realize you have to practice the smokes, but they are simple to throw once you practice them. Alright, 2 smokes I want to show for B that are kind of jump throws are right here. So again, I know you guys like the simple ones. You come in a white line on the right side of the B. You come here. Right up the right side of this like kind of brown, I go to the white, right under the ledge here. And I jump throw. So you're going to want to practice this because sometimes it'll land a little weird. Like that one didn't go as far as I like it, but it's still good. So it's still flush, but you could kind of mess with it and it'll go a couple different angles. So right into the right, come up here, maybe a little bit more left, but right under the white. And I don't know, that one might land a hair differently just because of where it landed. Yeah, so that one goes a little farther. Nope, literally the same exact thing, Jordan. Good job. All right, well, that smoke will work. They can play the fringe, maybe. Let's see. So maybe they could stand here, guys, so be aware that they could be in the fringe. You might not see them when you jump out right there or something. All right? Other side for get right smoke is under this lamp. And the way I picture this one is these 2 wood pillars. See how they kind of created right here? You kind of aim in the top left of them, but not at the corner, right? Not where these 2 things would meet, hypothetically, but like inside it a little bit. And this one is just a standing throw, and it lands good for that side. Get right. So you throw those 2 smokes if you're playing with your friends or a team, and they're really good together. All right? Last 2 bonus smokes I really wanted to show you guys from upper B halls. These are good smokes you could learn. You could smoke off window and connector for your team mid. So if you ever want to take catwalk, but you want your 3 mid guys to maybe use their nades early and fake the mid control, the reason you would do this is say like you smoked window early. What a lot of times will happen is the CT will throw this one way here, and you don't want to go up cat. So sometimes you'll smoke window just to bait that smoke out. Then when that smoke fades, you flash it, let your teammate clear connector. And then what your teams can do from upper B halls, or you could just do this as an individual if you ever want to offer these smokes up to your friends in solo queue or pugs. If you're playing with people, hey, I can smoke window. You stand in this corner, right on the left edge of the black, this little black dot here, smudge or whatever you want to call it, you come up to the line. All right, so if I went a little too far left, I might have missed it. But it's pretty easy to hit a couple different ways. You can go a little hair to the right and barely a little to the left. So again, right in here, I'll stand here a little bit to the left. I go pretty quick sometimes. I throw that. All right. We'll watch it land, and then there you go, landed, and then the connector smoke. So right here, same spot. Aim at this dot right here, and then you're gonna use your jump throw again. Hit the jump throw, and I don't know if my FPS is laggy. It should hit still. Yeah, let's try that one more time. That's a connector smoke. We're going to do it one more time because I have these trajectory things on, so sometimes they lag the FPS or the nade trajectory. This never is an issue in normal servers. So just hit the dot, hit the jump throw. Should travel a little bit farther because I don't have any connector smoke, but that's weird. I love that I'm missing these in a way because I don't think that's how it's supposed to land. Let's aim a little lower, I think, for jump throws. Makes them travel farther, right? Or is it higher? Alright, so that works if you're going up cap, but the guy could be peeking here. This is not how it's landed in the pads, guys. And I'm honestly just going to keep these in the video. I could redo this. Maybe we'll aim a little higher on the dot. I haven't messed with this for a while. And that one still kind of works, but the guy could kind of be peeking here. So I don't want you guys... And why did it just say counter chairs win? So this is a funny video on Mirage today, guys, but mess with this one. I don't know why this is happening. Maybe it's because my 128 tick is lagging. Oh! No, look at guys. I'm on 64 tick down. These smokes will all work, promise. Everything I've showed you today will work, but the reason my jump throws might be a little off today, if any, and all of them hit actually, was because I was on 64 tick. So that's actually hilarious, guys. All these nades will still work though. All the lineups still work. My window smoke still hit. So maybe that's why this is red over here. So surprisingly, this window smoke still hit, even though it says it's 64 tick. Anyways. Thanks for watching, guys. All these smokes will hit. Go practice them on 128 tick. Practice in 64 tick as well to make sure. This one for sure works in 128 tick. I was like kind of getting embarrassed right there, but it will for sure work on 128 tick, and it goes farther. It travels a little bit farther. So maybe here, let's do this. Last second adjustment. I think on 64 you need to aim way lower or way higher. So let's go way lower and see if that works. And if it doesn't, we'll go higher. Nope, so we got to go higher. Anyways, that's why, guys, this is actually a really good example of why 64 tick and 128 tick differential is annoying between Valve and pro servers, because it really, okay, so that still gives them the one way here. So it's not perfect on 64 tick, but I promise you on 128 tick, if you aim at the dot, this is a great smoke to throw for connector. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. These are all the lineups. Nothing's actually wrong with all these lineups. Just go practice them in your server, depending on if you're doing 64 or 128 tick. This one as well, right off the corner. Make sure you're throwing it perfectly right there, otherwise it won't land right. And it's going to land right there. Thank you for watching another episode of Nades for Noobs, guys. CT sides will be coming eventually, but for now, enjoy these T-side nades.